Yeah, NBA Straya, how are you going? Hey, you going here, right? You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, we've got the NBA Cup final tomorrow. It's going to be really, really, really fun. Basketball, give me the ball, because I'm going to take it, yeah. Good times. This is NBA Straya. It's Tuesday, December 16. I'm your host, James Clements, here at Larry Armour Studios. We are going to do our NBA Cup final preview. We're going to do some rookie rankings today because the rookie class is awesome. We're going to talk a bit of Cooper, Flagg, all the good stuff in there. We'll talk out, I don't know, a couple of the MVP thoughts as well. Some other stuff. Wrap up the games quickly from today. Some of them were awesome. It was a really fun hoops day. We've got That's on a Knife, Old Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Better Than Lonzo Ball. Got some Nazi, Unpopular Opinion of the Day. An Outback Takehouse, where I build on my family tournament at All-Star. It's really good. Got a Shane Hill shoot your shot, line 'em up award, and a pick and preview for that NBA Cup game tomorrow. So strap in. Let's get into it. Episode 1333. 3 for free? Only. Let's do it. Free for free. That's right. Let's go.
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Darcy Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better watch out for the Cooper Flagg attack for a little bit at least if you are the Yaz. But then you should watch out for the Larry Markkinen attack if you are the Mavs. That was a really fun game, just saying. Anyway, let's start today's show the way we start every show here in NBA Straya with the daily, what is it, some sort of whip round? Oh yeah, the whip round. Not a giant amount of news today. It's kind of like everyone's waiting with bated breath until the NBA Cup final tomorrow. We've obviously got all of the, essentially it's now December 15, which is the opening essentially of trade season throughout the NBA, as a bunch of the contracts from last offseason are all now able to be traded. But it's just everyone's kind of like hanging out for a second, which is kind of nice. It's not chaos. Jalen Suggs has got a left hip contusion, which isn't great, after he got hurt playing for the Magic the other day. But at least it's not a more crazy, serious thing. So it feels like one of those ones where a hip contusion, he should hopefully be okay. They'll probably give him a week or two. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I think there was Nikola Jovic as well, also hurt his elbow against the Raptors today. And that's about it. Ime Udoka went off his head about the refs. That was kind of fun, but that's a bit of an old mate, no mate. So let's get into some game wraps from today. Game wraps. Detroit beat the Boston Celtics in an absolute belter of a game, 112-105. This was really, really fun because Cade Cunningham went off his head. Because Cade Cunningham is really, 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 really good. Jaylen Brown was fantastic. He had 34. He had 31 from Derek White. And the rest of the Celtics couldn't hit a shot. And this is it. I talked about this quite literally on yesterday's preview on the YouTube show. The little preview that we do. If, the Celtics don't hit their threes, guess what? They're not going to win the game. They went 10 of 39 today. Now, I'm no math magician, but that is not very good. Versus 13 of 36 from the Pistons, but I mean, really, for the Celtics, it was the 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter that really killed them dead. They were on a 9-5 run in the start of the third quarter, the Celtics. They're up 8. And it's like, here we go. Look at it. Up, bang. And then Detroit finished the third quarter on a 17-0 run. They're up 4 points going into the fourth quarter. Boston missed, 9 of 10 from 3, I think, in that one as well. They just could not buy a 3. Couldn't put it together, and that sort of sense of momentum went completely sideways on Boston. And then Detroit just controlled it. And then Cade hit this sick dagger. So great win for them. They're 21-5. The bad boys are back. You love that. Detroit just going into Boston, shipping up to Boston and beating them was awesome. Great job, Detroit. Sorry, Boston, but yeah, it was fun to see that one. 15-11. The Celtics are still trying to sort of figure out the Brown, White, Pritchard thing. Jordan Walsh is very good, I get it. But Anthony Simons coming up the bench just still feels like a massive waste. I get that you love Pritchard. And I know that you want Simons to run some second, unit stuff, but it feels like he'd just be better served as a starter. And I just don't know. I'm not Joey Mars, bro. Jim, you need to shut your mouth, bro, unless you want to come watch the town with me, man. And then you can have a seat at this table, bro. But until then, you can piss off the kid. So, all right. Thanks, Joey Mars. Just feels janky. Like Simons, I feel like is just too, like he's underutilized. I think it's weird. He was a +8 today in 25 minutes, just saying. Otherwise, we had Toronto beat Miami 106-96. Hey, nailed that pick as well. Weird one where it was like, they were down 7 or whatever it was, 6 or 7 at the half, and then went whack in the fourth quarter and ran right over the top of this Heat team. Notorious BI3 had 28, 5 and 5. Scoob was really good, 17, 10 and 6. But the Heat just couldn't hit a shot late. And was really well stymied by by Toronto. They got Emmanuel quickly back. That sort of gave them a nice little offensive boost as well. You've got Mamu coming off the bench. Grady Dick actually hit a shot or two. Good win for Toronto. They needed that one desperately after losing, 5 of 6. And the Heat have now lost 5 on the trot. Rutrow didn't score 96 either. The Heat didn't have there goes my hero with his right toe injury. No Pele Lawson either. Dallas losing Utah. Rutrow 140-133 in overtime. Despite Cooper Flagg going off his head and being the youngest player to ever have 40-plus points in a game. Absolutely atrocious defense, though. This is the problem. You don't have Anthony Davis for this game. He had like a left calf contusion. So he sat out this game. No Anthony Davis for Dallas just means their margin for error is like razor thin at that point, right? You've still got Gafford, yes, but he played 13 minutes in this game. It's like a lot of Dwight Powell, Cisse. It was a rough one. And Utah, they got the roller coaster Keontae George going up. So that was good. And Lowry was awesome. That was a fun game. Filipowski went off his head too. These two teams, Utah and the Dallas Mavericks, switch spots in the West after this because now the Utah Jazz are 10-15 and Dallas are 10-17. Uh-oh. But it was all Nico's fault. Well, it was. Anyway, Houston-Denver was a ripper as well. Denver ended up winning it in overtime. We told you today was awesome. 128-125 came right down to the wire. You had Jokic missing a 3 at the end of regulation that would have, won it, obviously. Şengün went over the top of Jokic to take the lead back, but then there was that inbound foul. So it gave Denver 1 free throw on the ball back. It was just insane. So they tie it up, and then they could go for the win. Jokic misses the 3. Spencer Jones before that hit a huge 3, though, to go back up for Denver, and he's been fantastic. Just all the sort of stuff that he does that isn't in the box score is chaos. So great win for Denver. Jokic was just stupid. Jam and Jamal Murray's been playing the best basketball basically of his career, non-finals edition. 35 points. He had 14 of 15 in the line. He was really, really good. Jokic had 39, 15 and 10 because he's stupid. The Rockets, it's one of these games where you watch KD, and you're like, I reckon you're a bit old now, aren't you? And he's like, yes, Jim, I am. It's like, yeah, I can tell. 25 points, 14 shots. It's like we're trying to spread the love around on Houston, right? You got Şengün playing his ass off. Really good game. 14 to 27 for his 33, 10 and 10. You don't need KD jumping all over the shop and going, give me another 6 shots. But sometimes you go, maybe just be a little bit nice. He had 5 blocks to KD, but still, great win for the Nugs. They needed that one. They're 19-6. Huge win at home. That's what they needed. And then the Grizzlies absolutely killed the Clippers. What the bloody hell?
So he got straight killed.
123-101. Embarrassing stuff for the Clippers against the Grizzlies team. They were beating them pretty handily early, and then the Grizzlies went, wait a minute, you're old and slow. Check this out. Kawhi, the great leader that he is, obviously went above and beyond all. Oh, no, that's right. He had 21 points on 18 shots and was a -11. Kawhi is the most overrated player I reckon, of the last 25. Yes, defensively and his pomp, he was incredible. But this weird void of leadership and what he means. And like, we're getting all these stories at the moment out of Toronto. He's like, I didn't want to ever be here. I'm going to go as soon as I can. And you're like, that seems like it sucks. And now he's got his own team. And guess what? They're wildly underachieving. But Jimmy won finals MVP with Tim Duncan and everybody. Yep, wasn't his team. Just saying. Anyway, great job by the Grizzlies. 27 points for our man Kem Spencer. He was unreal. Ja Morant, not great. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Huge win for the Grizz. They're 12-14. The Clippers are 6-20. And remember, they owe Oklahoma City their pick. Uh-oh. Hey, who was the NBA Straya Approved Performer of the Night?
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Had a couple of good ones. The 33, 10 and 10 from Şengün. Baby Jokic, baby Turkish Jokic was pretty good. Jokic had himself one as well, right? Like his game was pretty bloody good, Jim. 39, 15 and 10. He's like, yeah, Turkish Jokic, not as good as Serbian Jokic. Yeah. Jaren Jackson Jr. was absolutely fantastic for the Grizzlies. 31 points, 5 blocks. He was the one who sort of put them in the position to smash that game wide open. 4 rebounds, 4 assists as well. A couple of steals. Awesome game. Keontae, the roller coaster George, 37, 5 and 6, 5 of 10 on his threes, 11 and 20 overall. Not bad. Cooper bloody Flagg. He's 18. It's amazing. 42 points. The youngest player to ever have a 40-point game in NBA history. Bloody hell. 13 to 27 from the floor. Only 1 of 4 from 3. That's like the weird sort of gap in his game at the moment. 15 to 20 at the free throw line. But my favorite today was Cade MF Cunningham. That's his full name. 32 points. 6 of 10 from deep. 10 assists. 4 rebounds. And the dagger FU bucket to seal the win over Boston in Boston. That ruled. Cade MF Cunningham is him. It was such a statement game as well. He's just like, yeah, I'm better than all these dudes. And Jalen Brown's like, but Jim, I scored more points. I'm like, yeah, but you lost, didn't you? Yeah. Who was Spud of the night, Jim?
Spud. Spud it is Spud. Spud of the night.
Spud of the night. We had a few Spuds. Which is fine. You get that on the big jobs, right? So if you were looking at, I think it was Slow-Mo Kyle Anderson had an absolute raw snorer of a game. Kobe Brown went 2 of 10. 1 of 5 for Santi Aldama. 5 of 17 for Reed Shepherd. Not great. But still. Who was the other one? We had a pretty interesting one so Slow-Mo Kyle Anderson, 15 minutes he played. He went 0 of 4 from the floor. He had 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 4 fouls. Oh, Jesus. That's brutal. What are you doing? Santi Aldama, as I mentioned, the 1 of 5 in 31 minutes. He's been very, very hot and cold. Yeah, 2 of 10 for Kobe Brown is probably the big standout as well outside of that. But no one shot the magic number today, I believe. So that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Yes, Jim. Yes, it is. You look at who did I say before? It was Reed Shepherd, 5 of 17. It's like, yeah, it's a bit of a rough one, but he was still a +5 in his game, so it's not too bad. So no real massive spuds. Slow-Mo Kyle Anderson was a bit of a rough one, though. Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates. Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Old mate, no mates.
Who's got no mates today? Javonte Green got a tech foul after an absolutely vicious tomahawk. It was such a sick dunk that you're like, whoa. And I think he got the T for dunking it too hard because he came down just roaring. He's like, that was sick. And there just happened to be like a Celtics player near him and then a ref near them. And the ref's like, you yelled too loud about how good that dunk was. Tech foul. And you know me. I fucking hate this shit. Basketball is an emotional sport. Sport is emotional. We're not trying to turn these fuckers into robots. We've got too many robots already. AI can go get fucked. Like, come on. This is the point of humanity to let these dudes just to go off their head after a sick tom until a fucking robot can do a sick tomahawk dunk and roar its guts out. Piss off, refs. Let him fucking go. Put the whistle away, you sook. Oh, he was too loud about how happy he was. Shut up. Get back in your box, you fuck sticks. But anyway, Javonte Green, that was gnarly. Pantsing of the night. I very much enjoyed Şengün going over the top. So, yeah, baby Turkic Jokic going over Serbian Jokic was pretty crazy. But my favorite was probably a bit of a pantsing as if you're listening to the Celtics broadcast or even the national broadcast of the Celtics game, Pritch better have my money. Pritch lines up. A huge three, down 5, 35 seconds left. Air ball. Oh, God. Yeah, that's a pantsing. That's a pantsing. Who was better than Lonzo Ball, Bronny James, and Ben Simmons today, Jim?
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. He's coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody. Kyle Filipowski, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Great game and a huge win over the Mavs for the Yaz. He was awesome. Cody Williams showing signs of life. 11 points, 2 assists for the Yaz as well. Even Taylor Jimmy Hendricks for the Yaz, 11 and 4. Not bad. Ryan Nembhard in that same game, 14 points, 11 assists, not bloody bad at all. But we're going to give this to one of those bloody lacrosse players again, aren't we? Cam Spencer, 30 minutes, 27 points, 7 of 10 from 3, 6 assists, 1 turnover. Now, his brother, Pat, has been going off his head for the Warriors, which kind of will lead pretty nicely into the thing I'm going to talk about in Outback Takehouse. But is this a case of the Morai? What do you mean, Jim? Well, if you haven't been listening to NBA Straya for a bit, the Morris twins, Marcus and Markieff, I still swear to this day that Markieff was the good one and Marcus was kind of the shit one. But they switched spots. And no one can tell except for your mate Jim. Because suddenly Marcus is the good one. You're like, but wait, you were the shit one. Cam Spencer on the Grizzlies suddenly being, wait a minute, I'm also good. After Pat Spencer goes off is a bit fucking suspect if you ask me. Did they swap? I don't know. Prove me wrong though. All right, let's do some yeah nahs right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
Straya.
NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
All right, let's do some yeah nahas brought to you by you. That's right, help support the show. Go to buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya, or you can just find the link in our show description or our social bios everywhere. Shout us a coffee, shout us a tin. It is the festive season after all. Go check it out. Buy your mate Jim a beer. Send him into Christmas happy, caffeinated and drunk. That's basically like all of my states. Or asleep, which is sometimes still one of the two. But anyway, you can go check it out. Buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya. You can join up, become a member of the Dead Set Legends Club. We are working on that. We've actually got 2 in the bag that we're working on, right? One is breaking down Ben Simmons and the biggest busts of all time and whether or not how much of a bust he is and what that bust kind of means. And then the other one is simply about bands as NBA teams, right? So I'm going to be talking that one out, which is pretty fun. So go check it out, buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya, or click on the links in our social bios, etc., and help support the show. Hey, Jim, does the NBA Cup matter? Yeah, nah. I kind of think it does. Yeah. I think we've sort of seen enough in this run where the games have mattered just that little bit more than the regular season. And like obviously by the time you get to the pointy end, we're like, wait a minute, we all get like $500,000. Bloody hell. Like, especially for the non-max players on those teams. That's a big chunk of coin, obviously. So I think it's you're sort of seeing it start to resonate a bit more. And that's good. I like that a lot. Should it be a lot longer? Yeah, nah, yes. We should be playing this through to the fucking All-Star break. I keep fucking banging on about it. It's very simple, very straightforward. Go to the week before the All-Star break. Have the final then. So all these players actually get like a week and a half, 2 weeks off. And then have the All-Star break at the end of that break and then just go straight back into the hoops, right? It's not rocket surgery. That's why I'm the vice president of common fucking sense. Should they move it from Vegas, however, Jim? Yeah, nah. Now, this is where it gets a bit trickier. Because their biggest problem has been in the semi-finals, it looks awesome, and we've gotten some really good games, but the lack of sort of crowd participation in Vegas for regular season semi-final NBA Cup games has not been up to snuff compared to, say, a home game where something might be on the line. So they're sort of looking at moving at least the semis and perhaps the final from Vegas for next year. I think it's a little bit of a panic because I think you've sort of seen time and time again, shit like Summer League takes a little while to build up and now it's fucking psycho, right? I think if you build it, they will come. And I think if you have the teams more involved, like it's really hard to go almost at the drop of a hat when you think about the fact that the NBA Cup final is tomorrow, so it's our Wednesday. They only got through to the final on Sunday. And so suddenly, if you're like a Knicks fan or a Spurs fan who didn't go to the semi-final, you're like, should we go to Vegas? We've got 20 minutes to decide. So I think that's what they're up against. And I guess the NBA's, the crowd vibe is important. And it should be more beholden, I think, upon the teams to maybe be more involved when this sort of shit happens, right? And go, okay, we're going to take a contingent of, we're going to organize for a shit ton of folks to go there, whether they live in the area or they can prove that they want to go. We'll pay for flights. Like these teams make so much fucking money that it's crazy. Like, how much does it take? Like, how many fans of that specific team? Like, you think about the Fanatics as Boomer fans and stuff like that, right? At the tennis, how much does it take of your team to really get everyone involved? And also, something that's played on a fucking Tuesday night in Vegas. Like, there's not going to be too many fucking casuals there, is there? So they just need to maybe think this shit out a bit better. I don't mind having it at a neutral venue, the final. Maybe the semifinals, keep them at home. And then we go to Vegas for the big one. Because the game doesn't count either. But yeah, they're always going to struggle with having the sort of the semifinals happen. We need to keep the hype going through to the final. But we also need people to go to it. So it gets pretty hard, right? I reckon, though, if you expand the cup, make sure that we've sort of got enough people going through to these things. I think if you make it just more of a fucking destination and people just buying tickets to the final anyway, and then you've got cordoned off like 1,000, 2,000 seats for specific fans of those two teams that the teams are organising, you should be fine. I'm an ideas, man. Me. MVP rankings, Jim. I just wanted to build on this. I think we hit on this on Sunday night show, which is a bit of a downer show, obviously, after the events in Bondi and shit. And it just fucking sucked. Just horrible vibes, just shit, And I sort of rushed through a bunch of the show and all that sort of stuff. And I was kind of like, all right, who are my top 5 MVP guys right now? Like, could Brunson crack that top 3? Because you sort of start seeing stats and where everyone's sort of landing. And I think I've got Jokic still number 1. I was talking about SGA the other day, and I'm like, yeah, but this also sort of comes down to the idea of your most valuable player. Is it the one with the best stats across the league, or is it the guy who's the most important to his team and they're winning a shit ton? Because I think we've already seen with SGA, if he goes off, they're basically fucking fine. It's like a big difference with Wemby, which I'm going to talk about in the NBA Cup final preview. When he is playing defense, they're fucking awesome. when he's off the court, it's not as great. Jokic is clearly, I still think, the most valuable player because you take him off that Nuggets team and they're just shit. Shit. SGA, not as shit. So I've still got Jokic ahead of SGA. I think Luka I've still just got ahead of Brunson because, yes, Austin Reeves can do like a mini Luka impersonation. You've still got LeBron, but he's been so fucking good. That's crazy. Brunson, because he's got Cat, who's been really good as well, hasn't had to quite hit those heights. So I've got Brunson 4 ahead of Cade, I think, at the moment. Jaylen Brown sniffing around the top 5 as well. But that's, like, Maxey would have been right there. He's missed a couple of games the last week or so. But, like, even Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs are just a bit Ant-Man missed a few games as well. It's a bit So, yeah. Like, Luka's averaging fucking hell, almost a 35, 8 and 8. Almost a 35, 9 and 9. Jokic is averaging a 29, 12 and 11. It's just taking the piss. SGA's at 32 and a half, 4.5 rebounds, 6.4 assists. So I'm going to give it to Jokic. Brunson's right there, 28.8 points a game, 6.4 assists, 3.1 rebounds, but does absolutely everything. And as I said, I want to make sure that the spotlight of New York counts. LA a little bit as well, right? But just the pressure that Brunson's under and the weight he has to carry, it matters a bit. Versus like no one giving a fuck about what SGA does in OKC. To be honest, like Jokic is just almost superhuman at this point. Like everyone just understands that. Cade Cunningham breaking out, top 5 as well. But here we are. Unpopular opinion of the day. Oh, actually, I think I got a yeah nah from Davey Boo. I like this. The new format is the bomb. Loving it. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Dave. I haven't read this email, by the way. The new format is the bomb. So that's the 3 big shows a week and then in between little shows. So that's good. Appreciate it. Baby Jokic learning the ropes nicely. Not a bad father figure. Dad and Bub combining for 72.25. 72, 25, and 20. Yikes. Yeah, nah, yes. Baby Jokic. Şengün is like, again, most improved player last year. Dyson Daniels wins it. Şengün taking that jump from like, fuck, he's not bad, to holy shit. So when I did the All-Star picks last week as well, he's like, oh, yeah, I've got to have him in. Like, he's the first one off Houston. Who were like the 3 seed. Fuck me. So, yeah, that's good. He is learning the ropes nicely. I think what we're sort of seeing from Şengün as well, Davey B, is like there's a refinement to his game that just keeps getting better and better and better, right? He's averaging a 23, 9, and 7. Like, he's up to 7 assists a game. That is absolutely unreal. Not bloody bad for a 23-year-old. Fucking Jesus. So, yeah, baby Jokic and daddy Jokic. Not too bad today. That was a really fun game. Let's do some rookie rankings.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. I had Cooper Flagg at number 1 before today's outburst. I was like, well, that was lucky. He was, before today's game, averaging 17.5 points a game, 6.3 rebounds, 3.3 assists, shooting 48%. He'd been really, really good. The one thing that's a little bit, how you going, is his 3-point shooting. We saw it today, 1 of 4. He's at 25% for the year, but Cooper Flagg, number 1 for me. He is this sort of do-everything, giant-sized weapon for this Mavs team who is 18 fucking years old. Like, he hasn't begun to scratch the surface of just how fucking good he can be. And he just dropped 42 points in an NBA game. It's chaos. Like, the Mavs are so lucky, it's ridiculous. Because he gives a shit on defense. He's got size. He's got mobility. And he's definitely not like an up-jumped Keith Van Horn, right? Like, he's an absolute gun. If the 3-point shooting can get a bit better, laughing. But I'm not really worried about that yet because he's 18. I think his mechanics look okay. Cooper Flagg is a gun. Connie Nips. Con Knipple comes in at number 2. 19 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists. There's a man who loves his threes, 40.5%. He has been so good for this Charlotte Hornets team that they're like, oh, wait, is he our best player? On a team that already features LaMelo Ball, Brandon Spindles-Miller, Miles Bridges and co. And the answer might be yes. Like, he was meant to be the sort of do-everything additive kind of guy, and he is that, and he's also better than that. Connie Nips, number 2. Better than I expected, and I thought he'd be good. To this point where you're like, I just think he'd sort of slot in nicely next to LaMelo. He's like, dude, I'm better than that. Check this out, Jim. And you're like, Jesus. The shit that he sort of like initiates, his defense as well. Just watch a couple of defensive clips. He's like one of the only dudes on that Charlotte team that fucking tries. So good job, Connie Nips. Number 3. This is where it gets interesting. Derek Queen, just because of his last couple of weeks, he had the, 33, 10, and 10. Absolutely insane gear. Up to 13 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the floor. The threes need to drop a bit better, but the playmaking we're seeing from Derek Queen is just jaw-dropping sometimes. Like, oh, shit. This team's got Zion and they don't fucking care. They've got Derek Queen. This is unreal. Like, his size is good, if not wildly overpowering, right? Where he's, 6'9", not huge, but the way that he plays and that sort of weird mix of like kind of half janky athleticism, size, playmaking it's fascinating. Fascinating. So, yeah. What is it? Gumbo Jokic. It's not a bad one. Derek Queen. Awesome. Number 4, I've still got VJ Edgecombe because I think there was like a gap where he kind of tweaked a hammy. Either side of that, he's been fantastic. And I think the way that he plays, the way that Flagg plays, the way that Connie Nips plays, the way that Derek Queen plays, they look so fucking polished. Like we're a quarter of the way into the season and they look this good. They look like vets. It's really, really cool. He's averaging a 15, 5, and 4 VJ. He's been really, really good. 38% from 3. And then you'll sort of see his numbers, he starts off with a bang. We get that. But now they've like reincorporated Embiid and Paul George and a couple of these, other vets. And he's just not taking a step back. Jared McCain is like, but I used to be the popular one. It's like, all right, go and fucking dance, Jared. Piss off. VJ is the real deal. He's massive. He's awesome. I love VJ Edgecombe. It was between him and Dylan Harper. I've got Harper at 5. His numbers don't quite jump as much, like 13, 3, and 3, but he has these games where you watch him go, holy shit. How do you stop him and Stephon Castle? Oh, they've also got Wemby shithouse. Like, it's crazy. He's been really good. The 3-point shooting could be a little bit better for him as well. But his weird mix of size, athleticism, again, basketball IQ, that's my top 5, right? He's got to be in the top 5. Missed some time, came back, barely missed a beat. Couple of rough shooting nights here and there, but you get that on the big jobs. Love me some Dylan Harper. Next up is Cedric Coward. He's been playing his ass off. He's been so good for the Grizzlies. He had 12 points today, 12, 2, and 2. And that's kind of like, a bit of a run of the mill. He averages the 13, 6, and 3. And he's that perfect sort of wing that will learn on the job and fill in the gaps as Ja remembers how to fucking play basketball if he ever does. Should have had Ja on the spot of the night. He was 12 points on 12 shots and just, ugh. Anyway, whereas Cedric Coward, 23 minutes, just comes in, knows what to do, still has these rookie moments, but he's been really, 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 again, additive. And that's what you want from a rookie. Like, he's maybe got these burgeoning sort of like hints of stardom to him, and it's exactly what the Grizzlies need. Next to Triple J, next to Ja, next to Wells and co. Love that for him. Way to go, Cedric Coward. Jeremiah, 0 fears, is at 7, 15 points a game. He's gotten a lot better in the last week or two, especially like basically when he's been starting, he's been much better. So, yeah, I still don't know why they've got Jordan Poole on this team when they drafted better Jordan Poole. Jim, it's a bit much for Fears. I don't know. I reckon Fears is good. Just saying. So give me some more Fears. 8, I've got Ryan Kalkbrenner. He's been really, really solid for the Hornets as their one of their very few big men. As I said the other day, he's got a case of the Aaron Bangers Baineses, where he's like happy to try and block everything. He'll get dunked on a bit, but trying is good. Ryan Nemhard is at 9. He has absolutely come from the clouds to jump into the top 10 here. 8 points a game. His assists per game is rising dramatically because he's now, 14 today, crushing it. But I think his 3-point shot, he missed a couple today. We're like, hit that, come on. And no one's really respecting his shot that much, but it's because he's an undrafted rookie and he's been really, really, really good. At 10, we've got a few names. Danny Wolf has been really good for the Nets out of nowhere the last couple of weeks as well. Maxime Renaud for the Kangs. Since Sabonis has gone down, he's done a solid-ish kind of job for a rookie big man. Trey Johnson on the whiz. Inefficient-ish kind of scorer. We understand that. Yegor Demin hasn't been that good, but I don't know, a couple of flashes here or there. I'd probably put Danny Wolf there. He's been not bad at all when they've played him. And you've seen them play him a little bit more, and he just has these flashes of like, it's not bad. Not bad at all. All right, quick Outback Takehouse. Let's build on this family idea, shall we? It's Tuesday at Outback, and you know what that means. Oh, yes. We took down a possum in the backyard. It's been in underground cooking all day. That's right, it's a possum hungy. And it's only at Outback for your Tuesday. Bloody delicious too, so dig in. And today's Flame Girl take is the best way to build on my All-Star family tournament idea for the All-Star break, where you could have, basically the family plays against each other, the 2-on-2 tournament. It'd be LeBron and Bronny, the Thompson twins, the Spencers, Cam and Pat, if they are two separate people, the Holidays, the Lopi, despite Robin Lopez being not in the NBA. We'll bring over Dash Daniels to play with Dyson. We'll bring back the Mariah as well, the Morrises. How about, instead of that, we have 8 teams, 2-on-2, 1 NBA player, and a sibling/family member who is not a current NBA player. This can be anyone. I love this. Would Bronny get pushed out of the way for Bryce by LeBron? Interesting. I was going to say Ben Simmons and Dave Simmons, but Ben Simmons isn't in the NBA right now, is he? He's a fisherman, not an NBA player. I would also love to see Reggie and Cheryl Miller have a crack, right? Kevin and Brianna Durant? I don't know. They brought back Seth Curry as well, so I don't know if Steph and Seth could play together, so that's a bit of a weird one. But the one that got me thinking about this is, now that he's retired though, Blake Griffin and Taylor Griffin. That would have been a all-time classic, right? But I think Brooke Lopez and Robin Lopez could work because Robin's in the NBA and Brooke is not. So, no, Robin is not in the NBA. Brooke is. So that'd sort of, as I said, a million times, if you combine them, that'd be the greatest center of the 2010s. But anyway, I reckon you have, the current NBA player and then a family member who is not an NBA current player. This could be Dylan Harper and Ron Harper. Tim Hardaway the Lesser and Tim Hardaway Sr. I fucking love it. Scottie Pippen Jr. and Scottie Pippen Sr. I love this. How do you not have this as a 2-on-2 tournament? Let's fucking go. Adam Silver, get on the old dog and bone. I'm right here. The Vice President of Common fucking Sense. My price just keeps going up. Oh, Jim, I don't know if we can afford you anymore. You can afford me. Get on the phone. I was also thinking, can we have a white man can't jump tournament? One black dude, one white dude. Love it. Let's make that happen. I reckon that'll be fun. Maybe instead of the NBA Cup, we just have that for all the teams. Give me your NBA Cup team. Come on. Oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be chaos. Jim, we're meant to be solving racial tensions, not exacerbating them. I know. Let's do a very brief Australian player watch because I think Jock was the only bloke to play today. He played 27 minutes today, our man Jock Landale. 8 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 0 of 1 from deep, 2 of 2 at the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. He was a plus 20 9 in 27 minutes as they kicked the crap out of the Clippers. So, great job by our man, the Rooster. All right, what about a Shane Hill? Shoot your shot, line him up, board.
He threw it down. Are you healed? Are you healed?
Praise the Lord, I'm healed. Praise the Lord, for I'm healed. It is the Shane Hill.
Shooters shoot.
Shoot your shot, light 'em up award.
All right. Hey, Steph Curry, you might have heard of him. He's pretty good. 12 threes yesterday. That's just absurd, right? 12 threes is stupid. But the most games in NBA history with 10-plus made threes in a game. Steph now has 28. Jim, that's a lot. Yeah, how much of a lot is it? 28 is the next 6 players combined on that list. So Steph has as many as the next 6 players on the list of all time. So Steph has 28. Clay has 9. Dame has 6. Harden's 4. J.R. Smith 3. Levine 3. McCollum 3. Bloody hell. That's just absurd, isn't it? Yeah. Steph is pretty good. There was also the one that I mentioned the other day. His 39 against the Wolves that he had. That was his 94th 35-point plus game since he turned 30, going past Michael Jordan. So, yeah. Can play a bit, can Steph. The sort of ongoing Curry vibes are pretty interesting, though. Because he had the 39 against Minnesota. He had 48 against Portland. So that puts him up to what? 95, 35 plus games. Re-breaking his own record. But it's sort of shining a bit of a light. And this is another thing I think I want to make this a bigger segment, probably later this week, about how much of a fraud Jimmy Butler is. Love Jimmy Butler, but also think he's a bit of a fucking fraud. There's a bit of an Outback Takehouse for you as well. Why is that, Jim? I will explain further at a later date. You can't get paid that much, force your way out of a bunch of places and never win anything. You know what I'm saying? Not take that many fucking shots. Just be a bit shit. Just a bit weird. Just saying. Anyway, let's do a bit of a Patty Mills Game Day, Baller Game Day Twitter check-in. So before we get to the NBA Cup preview, there's Patty. Old mates will hold a vigil and a moment of silence for those affected by the Bondi attack. Please arrive before 6 p.m. on Tuesday, 16 December. Cricket will follow. Oh, that's nice. Good on your old mates pub there in New York. And good job, Patty, for passing that on. Good stuff. What a legend. I think we had one from Josh Giddey as well. Just a heartbreaking one. Yep. And there you go. Rough as guts, isn't it? All right. Let's do a bit of an NBA Cup final preview. Game preview. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Yeah, a bit rushed today, but she's all right. What was that, Jim? I had to do NFL Straya, do an NBA Straya. Kids all over the shop. It's almost Christmas, you know? Oh, I guess there you go. Like before we do the NBA Cup final preview, Christmas schedule. So I'll be down the beach for 2-3 weeks. So I'll be continuing to do NFL Australia because it's like, you know, getting into the playoffs, etc. I might do one NBA Australia a week. Probably one just in the middle. I don't know. Or I might just take the couple of weeks off. So just consider yourself forewarned. I've just got to figure out my calendar and how it all works and how long we're down the beach for. So just, I'll let you know by the end of this week anyway. Geez, Jim, it's not that important. I know. I want you to know what's going on. Right. NBA Cup final. Remember, you can find all of our picks over at Dabble. Use the code hit the link that's in our show description or our show bios as well. If you want to go follow all of our picks, they're all over there. NBA Straya at Dabble, that's the code. You can follow all the multis that we've got in there. All of our picks go up there. We are traveling. I did the update of the spreadsheet. We're over just at 55%, I think, for the season still at the moment. despite a couple of rough ones. We did okay today, I think. Let's actually update that. So we 50. That's a whoop. There we go. And 55.2% for the year against the spread. We're doing all right. So the NBA Cup final. Let's do this. Preview. Knicks, Spurs. It's a replay of the 1999 NBA Finals, isn't it? Yes, Jim, it is. Wemby versus Castle and Fox versus Brunson. OG and Bridges versus Keldon Johnson. Devin Vassell and co. I kind of want the Spurs to win because Keldon Johnson then gets his llama. I don't know if you've heard that story, but he's got a sheep. He wants a llama to hang out with it. Sure. Who doesn't want a llama? I mean, that's a good point. But we have 2 18 and 7 teams, right? So it's pretty cool. This doesn't count in the standings. It's a weird standalone game that doesn't exist, apparently. But, you know, to the winners go the spoils. $500,000 each. Not bloody bad. On paper, the Knicks are the slightly better team. Obviously, the Spurs have been without Wemby for 3 weeks. When he does play, they are terrifying. So the Knicks have one of the better offenses in the league. 121 points a game. Jim, that's really good. I know that. You don't think I don't know that? In fact, their offensive rating is 122, which is the second best in the entire NBA. The Spurs have got the 5th best offensive rating in the NBA, 118. So that's not bad as well. The defensive ratings, though, again, the Knicks are slightly better. 113.3. That's 11th in the league, just behind the Wolves. Spurs are at 113.8. They're in 14th. So the Knicks have got the edge just a hint in terms of like the numbers and the rankings. And like the simple idea, they score 121 points. Spurs score 119.7. The Knicks only allow 112.2. Spurs allow 115.2. The weird part is trying to figure out what Wemby can and can't do in this game. How so, Jim? Well, the Spurs have a defensive rating of 107.7 when Wemby plays in his minutes. That'd be the second best defensive team in the NBA right now behind the Raptors. Not actual Raptors, the Velociraptors of OKC. Without Wemby, they're at 119.9. That'd be like the 3rd worst in the NBA. So how much is Wemby going to play? They reckon they might still bring him off the bench. But we saw him have a massive impact the other day in only 21 minutes. He had the plus 22. And here's one. A dumb Jim stat. The Spurs are younger than the Knicks. They're not afraid of the moment. The Knicks have been in Vegas for 5 days. Do you reckon they've been on the tins a bit? What do you reckon? A couple of late nights here and there. Spurs dudes, half of them can't bloody drink. Right? What are they going to do? Go to the circus? I don't know. I want to take the Spurs plus 2.5. I'll check that that's what the line is, but I think that's where it is. So, dumb guy stat. I want to take the Spurs plus 2.5 because they're rested and chill. They've got Stephon Castle that they can throw at Brunson. Brunson will still go off. I think Cat will have a pretty good game, but you've got Wemby, you've got Cornet. I kind of think the Spurs might do okay. And I can take the Spurs plus 2.5 and still think that the Knicks might win. I reckon we could get an absolute belter of a game. The Knicks, I think, are probably more desperate to win this. The Spurs have kind of been saying the right things, but I think the Knicks as a collective understand that if they win this for the New York Knickerbocker fans in New York City and worldwide, of course, then this becomes something that can actually hang their hat on just even a little bit more. Because like you think about the teams that have already won this, the Lakers, the Bucks, those two teams have quite literally just won titles recently. The Knicks haven't won shit since 1973. I think the Knicks will be a little bit more desperate and right there, hammer and tongs. I think the Knicks won, and I think they can win this. I do like the Spurs plus 2.5. I'd probably take an alternate line and get that a little bit further out to like maybe plus 4.5, and that's where I'd sit. But yeah, I think the Knicks win. So I might just go Knicks head-to-head. Spurs plus 2.5. What do you reckon? Good? Great. We'll do a quick video tomorrow morning as well. Basically, just if anything changes, if we get any more clarification on Wemby and stuff, we'll go from there. But find all the picks over at Dabble once we sort of have that. They usually go up. I think the game's at 12:30 tomorrow. So I'll probably have the video up before 10-ish, thereabouts. I've got to take the dog to the vet, so that'll probably cost me another fucking arm and a leg. So help support the show. Buy us a coffee. Buy us a tin. Help me pay for my dog's medicine. But yeah. All right. There we go. What a day it was. Lots in the bag. I'm probably not going to do another skit on the end of this one just because it feels a bit silly to be being a bit silly. So, but we'll be back on deck for a quick show tomorrow to wrap up the NBA Cup final. We'll do that over on YouTube and Spotify video. So that still goes out as an audio thing. It doesn't sound as good, I think, but sorry. Go watch it on YouTube. It's fine. In the meantime, make sure you follow NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. We're all over the socials. Get around NFL Australia with myself and Gaz. Fun show this week, wrapping up week 15. Lots going on. My beloved Pat's lost, but I think it's okay. Everything NFL in that show too. Jim does Supercoach as well. We'll have an NFL and an NBA Supercoach show coming out, I think, tomorrow for Wednesday. So keep an eye out for them. Rate, review, star, subscribe. Because remember, NBA Supercoach doesn't start again until Thursday after the NBA Cup sort of finishes. They basically took a week off. It's still very strange. But it means we've got a really short week this week. So we're going to be on board straight away from tomorrow. We'll do the NBA Supercoach show and off we go, as well as NFL Supercoach. So rate, review, star, subscribe across all your podcast apps as well. You know what to do. Rate, star, subscribe, comment, whatever you can do. Help a brother out. As mentioned, buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya if you want to help support the show with a few shekels. Buy us a beer for the holiday season. Buy us a coffee. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you can do. We'll also have the members-only shows go up that are exclusive to the Dead Set Legends Club. Basically, if you support the show, you get cool extra stuff. Big thanks to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. They rule. So to House Hats, Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinator, Goldmines, Ram Shakalami, Iowa, Sextra, Green, and Dozers. They're buying all the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them on your music streaming platform of choice. Right, that's it. We'll catch you very quickly for an NBA Cup final wrap over on YouTube and Spotify video tomorrow, you dickheads. It's NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? Seriously, look after yourselves. And later, Hosen.